Okay, let's get back on topic. I want to talk about
Sex,
baby.
say spirituality.
Okay.
And then let's talk about sex because it's such a good segue.
Let's talk about
Love
sex, baby. Let's talk about
we talk about the taboo of
me.
Christianity.
Yeah.
And when people talk about spirituality, they think about it in like a witchy way or fucking casting spells on people or like you're a dark witch or shit like that.
We are. We even put the long nails on that night, me and you, and then we just like, and then we do the.
Okay,
we
but I'm
stir
not
the
gonna
pot.
lie. I've actually done spells before. So.
But that's
Yeah,
but
so have I.
it's like not like that.
But it's not in a way to where
It's like
I
to
would harm
protect our
anybody.
energy.
Yeah,
Protect
protection
our energy.
spells,
Yeah.
things like that.
It's
No.
manifestation. It's another form of
Yes.
manifestation.
And we're just like doing that, and then we're like,
Baby,
oh.
Wait.
You should see Amber's laugh. Do it, baby. How do you do it when we do the spells?
I don't remember because I've never done that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
So
Spirituality.
what were you saying?
Sex.
Spirituality.
Baby, I've been asked so many times though. Like we've had so many comments on our threads about spirituality. They're so curious about it.
Yeah.
About what we do, where to get
What it
started.
entails.
I get asked so many times, Ria, are you not Muslim anymore? What's your religion? I'm like, I don't have a religion.
Right.
I just think for myself. Like, do I believe in yes, I do. Do I believe in being a good human? Like the normal, like.
What I think
Yeah.
is very weird is that we're so conditioned to believe we have to
Have a religion.
A religion.
Right.
You're not condemned because you don't have a belief system. It's
No.
okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to have your own beliefs and to make up your own rules. It's all right.
Right.
Yeah.
But they wanted you, especially back in the day, and it's been so passed down, like the fear of it, that if you don't follow it word for word, you're going to hell. That it made it so scary to even question it in your head because they told you like, God hears your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like think it, you're going to hell.
I know. Every
right?
time I question it, my mom's like, "Don't do that. It's bad."
Everything is bad.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't question anything.
I had so many questions, and they were real good ones.
You have
Well, that's the thing. When they can't answer them, it's
just you
bad.
have to
you have to
believe.
just do it.
just
Yeah.
do it. Just trust it.
Yeah.
I think at the basis, for me at least, and I think all of us are a little different with like what we believe and
Yeah.
stuff. At the basis of my beliefs and spirituality would have to be like manifestation, like the idea that the higher power is really just like the universe. It's not some man in the sky, but what you put out into the universe is what you're gonna get
So
back.
in reality, it's not that different. You're just wording it different.
Yeah.
Because we believe the same thing. We just believe in energy.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we believe that everything has a vibration.
Yes.
The way you talk, the way you feel, the way you present yourself.
yeah.
Everything in this room is vibrating right now. We just can't perceive it that way because it's how our brain is made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for the path that you're on, the things that you want, the things you don't want. And like attracts like.
Yeah.
So if you're living in a very negative mindset, that gives off a very low vibration.
Yes.
Right.
And so you're attracting what you put out. You don't have money. Something's always breaking. My car is always breaking down. It's always something. When
Something
it rains,
goes
it
wrong.
pours.
Everything goes wrong
Right?
in my life,
And then you notice that everything keeps going wrong.
And you're like,
And you're like, oh, it's just, I just knew it. I just knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but
or
you
did you know that?
created that.
Or are you
You're
creating it?
you're manifesting. You can
But-
manifest negativity too.
Nobody wants to acknowledge that they're creating
that they're the problem. It's
negativity in their life.
Yes, accountability.
And everyone will be like, that's not fair to say because bad things just happen. Which is true also.
This is it. There's
Which is
lessons.
true. There's collective energy in this world. I believe that
Yes.
things just happen. But I do also believe when it comes to your path and the things that your trajectory, you're in total control of.
Yeah.
And I feel like we get tested, and they happen back to back every fucking time.
Well, those are we sign up for these lessons. These and unfortunately, sometimes they're really bad lessons. They're you don't want to believe that like
No one wants to believe that.
but in wherever we were before we came here, We didn't have no idea how the fuck Earth is. We don't know what pain is over there. We only know, right, happy and stuff. We're like, we'll go there. We'll do this. Not bad.
Right.
Whatever. It's not a big deal. We don't know what bad is. We just like, those are lessons. And then we get here and we're like, fuck, what the fuck
So
did I sign up for?
I didn't even understand what that meant until I came across Dolores Cannon, and how she came to these conclusions was she does past life regressions on people, and she did it on thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who didn't know each other, and they didn't know that they were going to have these regressions done.
Right.
But in every instance, it was all the same information coming through. How on earth could it possibly be that all of it fit together in the same way if it
collective.
weren't real, if it weren't true? So I've come to my own belief system that it's just so much bigger than we could ever acknowledge.
Yeah.
So much more than we can ever even understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so beautiful.
I think that's cooler than just a book telling us you're gonna go to hell or heaven for certain things, and then asking, well, why do bad things happen to certain
Right.
people but not all? Like, it's like I used to question that, like,
Right.
why am I going through all? What did I do wrong?
Right.
Why did I lose my firstborn? Like, why am I being punished? You know, you're always asking
Yeah.
yourself these questions that no one can fucking answer.
Right. So
I feel like that's what we have come to understand and believe
makes
ourselves.
life so
It
peaceful.
makes it more peaceful, and even though we don't have all the answers, obviously, it's cool knowing that there's so much out there, but we will never grasp it.
it's always a learning process.
I like it.
But coming
Yeah.
with the not
Picasso.
grasping it is just like the releasing of fear. And I've seen over the past 5 years that I've been really practicing it, my anxiety, I now have like a level 2 anxiety.
Me too.
Yeah.
I used to be like a 95.
Really?
Constantly, consistently, always thinking, always fearing, always
That's how
worried.
I get.
We all were. You remember you used to shake like
I was
this.
a lot
Oh.
worse.
Jaylon's hands would not stop.
Tremble.
Remember? Do
And,
you remember?
and
remember.
now it's to the point where I don't second guess anything. I'm not thinking about what anyone's thinking about me. I used to worry about if I said the wrong thing in conversation and you know what? And now I'm just like, it's what's going to be will be.
Right.
They're probably going to think those things, but it's not going to keep me up at night. Spirituality, it's done in a way where you're now in control, you're in the driver's seat, and you don't have to live in fear anymore.
Yeah.
I love that feeling. Like, even doing things that are out of my comfort, it's not scary. It's just uncomfortable now. I
Yeah.
can just say the word uncomfortable. It's not that I fear it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is different.
It's uncomfortable because your body's on autopilot.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not like afraid. I'm sure you're learning that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And because I think also that's ego. And then when you really drop down into yourself, or maybe elevate into your higher self, whatever the fuck you want to call it,
Yeah.
and you realize, like, oh, it's not that bad.
Right.
It's really not. Like,
It's
you
not.
make it worse in your head.
Yeah.
What you're explaining right now when you're saying elevate into your higher self, it's really just the waking up from the dream that you've been in your whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So if you read the 4 Agreements or the 5th Agreement or any of those books in those series, they talk about how every person is living in a dream world,
Yeah.
in a world of lies. And we believe our own lies because it's all we know to be.
Yep.
So when you go through a spiritual awakening or like an aha moment in your life where you start to be in control, you're the driver now and you're starting to make your own belief system, you're not dreaming anymore. Now you're creating a reality.
Right.
Because before it's just autopilot. You're doing what
Yes.
everyone else is doing around you. You believe the lies you've been told. So that's where like body insecurities come.
Oh yeah.
Anxieties, depressions, those sorts of things, because we've been so conditioned in them and we believe them. And there's nobody around us telling us any different. So how would we know what to believe?
Right.
Right.
And they also tell you believing different is wrong. It's scary. Don't do that. Just trust. Just do as we say because we're your parents.
Right.
This is
And
what's-
don't question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's okay to question.
I know.
That's how you educate.
I want my
yourself.
kids. I want my kids to question. I want shit. If I could learn from my kids, I would love to.
They teach us things to
They
slow down, be in the
always-
moment, to be present.
Oh,
For
kids are
real.
so grounding.
Yeah.
They really are.
It's true.
I feel like kids are the most woke.
They are.
Like they don't think
they don't-
about
they
things.
haven't
They
been
just
tainted.
accept
Look at things
and
and-
yeah.
Society
Can you
hasn't fucked them
Appreciate
up the
the
ass.
small things.
That's how they should be living until death. You know,
That's
until
what these books tell you too.
you're not supposed to live.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to live in a childlike state all the time. And a
Yes.
childlike state is where you're just
Not
You're
fearful.
present.
loving and
Yeah.
free. And when you're a child, you don't care what your outfits look like.
Yeah.
You don't care what your
No.
hair looks like. You don't care what anybody thinks about you.
Nope.
You just fucking
You
live.
just live.
just
And
exist.
it's not until that one time that you're in public and someone makes fun of something on you that you're like, oh, people care about that.
Yeah.
Or you're singing in public and someone's like, ew, you're a bad singer. It's not until that moment that you create those insecurities and you grow up with those now. So now those are lies someone else told you, but you believed them and now you're growing up with those things.
Right.
I read this. It's so funny that you're saying this because I read the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success
Okay.
by Deepak Chopra.
Okay.
Well, I listened to it.
I like that name, Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, I love
That's
that
a
guy.
cool name.
And he was
Shaylon.
talking about that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But I also am listening to this book called The 5 a.m. Club.
Okay.
Actually, I think this is from the 7 Spiritual Laws. The tragedy of life is not death, but what we let die inside us while we live.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's
so
true.
true.
Yeah.